Alright, so this is a suggestion via a donation. The name of the video is 10 times Mother Nature got angry on camera. Oh no. Alright, let's check it out.
From a powerful flood in Turkey that sent waves crashing over the road, and a windstorm in China that had everyone ducking for cover.
Is that a windstorm or a tornado?
To four friends who used pillows for helmets when hailstones fell from the sky, and ominous clouds over Laguna, Brazil that looked like the end of the world.
Listen, I know hail is destructive, but I'm not sure I've ever seen hail break a sunroof window.
Here are 10 times Mother Nature got angry on camera.
All right, let's get it, guys.
China gets some crazy windstorms. One of the worst in recent history struck over the summer of 2023. It occurred in Zhejiang, China, a prefecture-level city in Sichuan province. It was July 17th of 2023. Folks were hard at work when a weather advisory came over the news. Local agencies were warning people about strong winds and heavy rains. Citizens were urged to stay inside and stay safe. These workers decided to record the storm instead.
Guys, and we're sure this is not a tornado. Bro, close the doors. Make an attempt to. Oh no. There's so much particulate in the air. Things are blowing so much that it's like tripping the sensor and forcing it open. That's craziness. Yeah, guys, let's not be outside anymore. Okay, guys, let's move on.
It was pure chaos after the storm passed. The wind ripped down awnings and knocked over billboards like they were made of printer paper.
Hey, you never know.
Snapped several trees and sent debris flying into people's cars. Thankfully, nobody was hurt during the typhoon-like conditions. The storm didn't spare any part of the building. You can see where roofs collapsed on top of parked cars. Right. Some people were lucky and found their cars unscathed. Others had steel beams leaning against their windshields. It's unclear how fast the wind was blowing that day or how much damage the storm caused.
All right, and so we're just trying not to call it a tornado. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. It looks like a tornado. And based off of the location where they are, on the map at least, right? I'm not sure it was a hurricane either. Typhoon? It's not. It needs water for that. No. So if it's inland, it has to be a tornado. In my head, at least, unless there's some type of odd weather pattern that happens there called a windstorm, right? But that's not a tornado, but does all the damage like a tornado.
Laguna, Brazil is a small fishing city on the country's southern tip. They're famous for their mutual agreement with the local bottlenose dolphin community. Basically, they help each other catch fish and have been doing so for over 150 years. But nobody was catching anything on January 14th of 2023 when an army of dark storm clouds rolled over the city.
Looks like a tornado for me. Bro, listen, guys. So I encountered a tornado that basically wrecked my house last year, okay? Removed portions of the roof, broke all the windows, right? So I'm just extremely sensitive to tornadoes, and I'm telling you, this looks like a tornado, but it's super close to the water. Maybe like a hurricane forming over it. No, can't be a hurricane because it would have came in from the water. But either way, absolutely frightening.
It feels like our cameraman could have reached out and touched
it. Look.
Moments after the video ends, the rain clouds open up. Heavy winds swept through the city, and a tornado reportedly formed nearby. Under normal conditions, clouds appear white because the tiny water droplets inside are packed tightly together. They reflect sunlight, giving them that classic cloud look. Clouds darken when water vapor clumps together into raindrops. This creates gaps between the drops of water. Thus, the cloud reflects less light. That's why they'll appear black or gray.
Okay, okay. I appreciate that weather knowledge there, sir.
Tornadoes come in many shapes and sizes. They can be wide, skinny, wisp-like, or they can take that classic funnel form. When this twister touched down in eastern China, it took every possible shape in the book. It was August 13th of 2023. Locals on the outskirts of Yancheng City in Jiangsu province watched in terror as a rare tornado touched down. Unlike the central United States, where tornadoes are extremely common, China doesn't
And now the South.
have many safety features
Like
or
the
bunkers
Southeast?
that people can run to. They can only hope the storm passes without taking their homes with it.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This makes me uncomfortable. Extremely. Because I was in the house when everything started like destroying itself. Multiple trees fell on the house. It was crazy, bro. Yeah, I don't like it. Nah. Yeah, I don't like it. Keep it. Keep all of that. If you ever needed proof, guys, that the Earth does not like our existence, it's this right here. Like, I'm not sure it can get worse than a tornado.
In the end, the storm damaged over 280 homes.
I believe
You can
it.
see the path of destruction it left as locals walked through the carnage. People lost their crops, electric lines came down, and roofs were torn off with ease. The tornado was only on the ground for about 15 minutes. Winds peaked at roughly 65 miles per hour, which doesn't seem that fast by US standards. But remember, tornadoes are extremely rare in China. Between 1961 and 2010, there were only 165 confirmed storms. They don't build homes to withstand wind that fast, especially in the rural areas outside of major cities.
Guys, I honestly hope that this is not all about tornadoes, guys. Okay, because I had to literally go to like some slight therapy over this tornado, bro. Okay,
Sütlüce is a
lot.
small
It's a lot.
neighborhood in Istanbul, Turkey. It's home to roughly 12,000 people, a few of whom were looking for a new home after a landslide swallowed their old one. It was July 24th of 2018. As the story goes, an illegal apartment building went up in 1994, overlooking what's locally known as the Golden Horn. Today,
Okay.
the Golden Horn is a rapidly developing area. Back then, it was a polluted slaughterhouse district. A landslide caused the foundation to crumble, leaving the illegal building to defy gravity for several hours. A swarm of police and reporters arrived at the scene, waiting patiently for the building to finally fall.
Landslide, eh? Like, the idea of a landslide is crazy to me. Never seen one. Imagine the...
Thankfully,
All right, bro, it already fell. Like, you should have been pushing him back while it was falling. Now it fell. There's no more danger here. But all right.
Everyone was evacuated long before the building fell. The mayor also said that those displaced would be given new homes immediately.
Respect.
Turkish footballer
Respect.
Arda Turan had recently bought the pit the building fell into. The building you see on the right, the one with the red awning, is a hotel he was building. We assume he needed the pit to expand his operations. The landslide was actually caused when the construction site's retaining wall failed. It's unclear who took the blame at the end of the day.
Hey, listen, if it was an illegal apartment building, it probably was not built to code. Let's just be honest here. Who was at fault? Probably the illegal apartment building. Probably. Most likely. That's what I speculate, at least.
Erzincan province is a landlocked state in east-central Turkey. It's home to about 239,000 people split between 9 administrative districts. This clip comes from the Uzumlu district, where Mother Nature unleashed a freak flash flood. Torrential rain had battered Turkey's eastern provinces in the waning days of August of 2023. All that water quickly overwhelmed the rivers, leading to massive torrents barreling downstream.
Whoa.
The bed of the Uzumlu River was quickly overwhelmed, leading to a tidal wave of water,
can you imagine?
and debris.
Guys, in where I live in Spain, there's a breezeway, or I have no idea what this thing is called here, but there's this type of thing that comes down from the mountains, and it looks kind of almost identical to what we're looking at here, right? And I've never seen water inside of here, but my wife said that about a decade ago there was a gigantic flood, and the reason why they had to build this thing was because there was once a flood. Okay, but I've never seen water in it, and if I was to see this rushing towards me as I'm standing right here, I'd probably lose my marbles, to say the least. Because the power the earth has, the ability to just spit out at us, is undeniably crazy, guys.
Look at the massive puddle of muck left behind. Thankfully, nobody got hurt during the flash flood, and it looks like the water remained in the riverbed, for the most part. According to reports, the Uzumlu River had filled with mud and stones due to the rain. This created an artificial dam that eventually broke under pressure. All that water rushed through, creating the giant wave you saw when it smashed into the bridge.
Yeah, this is exactly what it looks like.
Nantong, China is a
I'm just glad that I didn't have to ever experience that.
prefecture-level city
Personally.
in Jiangsu province. It's home to about 7.7 million people who lived through one of the worst thunderstorms in city history.
Okay.
It was April 30th of 2021. An extreme thunderstorm descended upon the city with winds over 100 miles per hour. It knocked out the power, turned over fishing boats,
Okay, that's definitely tornado level.
and pulled decorative trees from their places on the sidewalk. The entire city was in panic. Some were brave enough to film the storm while trapped in the middle of it.
Okay, again, guys, are we sure this is not a tornado? I mean, this definitely gives me tornado vibes. It looks like it's spinning to me, guys. All right. And you said, oh no, sir. Oh no, sir. Try to move forward, bro.
You don't need a natural
just standing
disaster
outside.
like a typhoon or an earthquake to cause extensive damage. Just look at how much chaos this thunderstorm caused once it finally ended.
Millions in damages, no doubt.
According
No
to
doubt.
the local government, over 3,000 people were evacuated during the storm. Thankfully, nobody was in this car when that giant cylinder fell through the roof. Nantong is about 60 miles outside of Shanghai, on the opposite side of the Yangtze Delta. This thunderstorm impacted several eastern Chinese cities, but none got it as bad as Nantong.
All right, so maybe there is something called a windstorm that only exists in East Asia, guys. Maybe.
The next time you complain about your basement flooding, consider how bad other people might have it. Take those living in East Asia, for example.
I'm going to complain anyway, but continue.
One of the most flood-prone places on Earth. Mother Nature loves to pummel places like China and India with buckets of water every rainy season. Sometimes it's enough to carry your car away. One of those floods occurred in Guilin County, China, a smaller...
Okay, so bro, if you live in this area, you live in this region here, wouldn't it be smart to start putting your house on stilts, like how they do in like the Keys or in New Orleans area or Charleston? Just like, bro, build your house up an entire level.
Community in Sichuan province. Torrential rain battered...
Bro, is that a Sherpa?
China, a smaller community in Sichuan province.
That is a Sherpa.
Torrential rain battered Guilin and the rest of southern China in July of 2023. In fact, it was the highest rainfall recorded in the area since records began in 1957. It completely flooded the roads and washed away cars like bath toys.
Like bath toys? Oh, that's a... I hope they're not in that car, bro. Bro, all those houses are permanently destroyed. What'd you say? Gently used 4,000 miles. That's what the for sale sign is going to say on that car, guys.
Hello.
According to reports, 201 millimeters of rain fell in the area. That's nearly 8 inches of rain at once. All that rain overwhelms the drainage systems. Rivers overflow and relentlessly pour into the city. Response teams mobilized as quickly as they could to
think of the sewage also.
Evacuate 1,900 households. Over 6,400 people fled for higher ground. Thankfully, nobody was reported lost in the flood.
That's great. That's great to hear. That's also extremely surprising based off of how it looked.
A bad hailstorm can cause some serious damage. If you've never experienced one, consider yourself lucky. These Chinese men in the prefect...
I've experienced hail when we got hit with the tornado, that one. And then I also experienced hail in the Sierra Nevada mountain range in Spain.
Level city of BGA learned how dangerous they can be. While out for a drive in April of 2023, a car full of friends heard something pelting their roof. Then, something took out their side view mirror. Something else cracked the windshield, and another object broke through the sunroof. They soon realized they were caught in a hailstorm. Thankfully, they had some pillows to keep
bro, look at the leather, bro. Oh, no. What is that, a Mercedes? Oh, no, bro. That's crazy.
Over their heads.
Is it? The front windscreen. Bro, she's leaking the red viscous fluid. What is it? Yep. Was it E? Yeah. Bro. That is crazy. That is crazy.
You can't help but feel bad for this poor guy.
I feel bad.
Imagine walking outside and finding your car looking like this. You might think someone had a
Bro, throw the whole car away. The whole car. Don't even drive that anymore.
bone to pick with you. You can even see where the hail fell hard enough to break the casing off the driver's side mirror.
Listen, I get it. The engine's still going to be good, but that's probably about it. The amount of work that's going to need to get done to this car to bring it back to any type of life. Ugh, bro. I don't want to be the person. I don't want to be the body person that does this. So honestly, I think this is a total loss here, guys.
Driver Liu said the car could be repaired. The most important thing is that everyone was okay. It's unclear, though, where they got the pillows from. They look more like seat cushions you'd find on wooden chairs, not something you'd keep in the car. Maybe luck was on their side. Or maybe they were coming back from Home Goods.
Hey, listen, you never know. Some people may put, couch cushions on their back seat because it's like a love seat type of thing. You never know.
The Chinese equivalent of Home Goods after buying new seat cushions.
Right. Yeah, that's done. The car can be repaired.
Acapulco is a popular resort city in southern Mexico. It's home to just over 1 million people living roughly 240 miles south of Mexico City. It's one of Mexico's oldest beach towns and by far the largest in the country. But on September 7th of 2021, everyone's night at the beach ended abruptly. A 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck about 11 miles northeast of the resort city. It damaged buildings, triggered rock slides, and caused chaos on major highways. But while filming from their high-rise apartment, these locals witnessed one of Mother Nature's more controversial events: earthquake lights.
Earthquake lights.
No te preocupes, no te preocupes, no pasa nada. Sí, pero no te preocupes. Aquí estamos bien.
She's like, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. What was that? Yeah. Okay, those were multiple transformers, just basically. That's what that was. That's insanity. Yeah.
Ahí tranquilos, no se bajen ya.
All right, stay calm, relax.
Aquí en el cubo.
I get it, bro. No. I'm not. Listen, I think we need to worry now.
Aquí en el cubo del elevador es lo más seguro.
Earthquake lights, or EQL, aren't rare, but they're commonly confused with arcing electrical wires and small explosions.
Okay.
Some scientists say the sudden burst of light is caused by friction within the Earth's crust. All that energy builds underground and then displays as flashes of light in the atmosphere. But according to the USGS, other scientists aren't convinced that what you're seeing is an actual geological event.
Right. It looks like transformers popping.
It's impossible to know if those are just power lines or genuine earthquake lights from so far away.
Right.
In fact, one U.S. geologist believes the flashes you see in this video are, in fact, power lines.
Yeah. I didn't know there were any other options here.
Cyclone Titli was a devastating tropical storm that caused extensive damage to eastern India in the fall of 2018. Roughly 300,000 people had to be evacuated as the storm moved up through the Bay of Bengal. When it arrived in Andhra Pradesh, it came with 78-mile-per-hour winds and a storm surge that flooded coastal villages.
All right, so the winds aren't that crazy, but I guess if you're not used to this, that means you didn't build for this.
In the small town of Chikati in Odisha, India, locals watched the Bahuda River rise to dangerous heights. Debris piled against a footbridge people used to cross over. They learned that when Mother Nature starts pushing, she eventually pushes whatever is in her way.
You gonna knock it over? It's not gonna get knocked over. That's a lot of force, though. Oh no! You guys are now trapped on this side, officially. And I'm not even sure they could have even mitigated that. Maybe build higher?
The villagers used
like a suspension, maybe? Or like this?
were getting ready to cross the bridge when the others stopped them. They should consider themselves lucky. Had they been out there when it washed away, there's no telling where they would have ended up. Scenes like this were common during Cyclone Tidley. Odisha recorded roughly 18 inches of rain in 48 hours. Floods, winds, and landslides caused about $920 million in damages. This footbridge was probably just a drop in the bucket. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, be sure to click the link on...
Alright guys, well, I am in the camp of this camp here, for example. The Earth doesn't like us. Whatever we have done to this planet, it absolutely hates us for it. Okay? I'm guessing. Because I don't know where all this stuff is coming from. Either we're just so technologically advanced now that we can see these things all over the world. Also be able to, like, successfully communicate things to each other from around the world. Maybe this is why we're starting to hear about this more. Or it's happening more. One of the two things have to be true here. And I have no idea which one. But again, I do think that the Earth just hates us humans. The Earth will be here after we're gone. It will be. Maybe not in the same form, right? But it will, in fact, be here. Earth moves in cycles. We just may happen to be the one that's doing the most damage to it. Potentially. Maybe. Who knows? Just a thought. Don't crucify me. But all right, listen. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.